Please, can I have some money to go to town, please?
About how much? £5 will do.
No.
What do you mean no?
16-year-old Calvin Curlew always wants his own way.
How do you actually expect me to live?
And you've not been doing your chores properly, so...
Oh my God. Oh my God. The only thing I think about my mum is financial support.
Your mum has done so much for you and you just wreck.
No, my mum's done what a mum should do.
What's that?
Have a roof over my head, give me money, buy me clothes, give me food. Like, if she wouldn't do them things for me, then she wouldn't be my mum.
As he's got older, his respect and his manners and a little bit of his behaviour, he's just gone through the door.
Single mother Rosie fostered Calvin when he was a baby. She has 3 elder daughters.
We all grew to love Calvin. At the age of 5, Calvin adoption came through. It was a very proud moment.
But since becoming a teenager, Calvin's relationship with his adoptive mum has completely broken down.
My relationship with my mum is non-existent. We have very extreme arguments, just about silly little things, because we're both as stubborn as each other, so we won't back down.
You know what my problem is with you?
His selfish behaviour is alienating his older sisters.
Everyone else is fair with you, you're just selfish.
And by kicking down the door or swearing or shouting and stamping his feet, he thinks he's going to get his own way.
So if mum shouts at me, that's not respect, then I don't give her respect back.
When have I shouted at you? When?
Well, you haven't. You just come across like... This is what you come across like.
Doors?
You come across like you want to start an argument with me.
At the end of the day, Calvin, I wouldn't be here if I didn't really love you. You're a complete arsehole sometimes, and it does my head in.
That's it.
Down in Brighton, Rosie Harley will do anything to avoid her parents.
I just prefer spending more time away from my house than anything else. I don't like spending time with my family.
She has got no respect for me whatsoever. She's always shouting at me, swearing at me.
There's so much lack of communication going on.
I don't like
here.
speaking to you.
Why? Why don't you like speaking?
I don't know, I just don't like speaking to you.
You won't even go into town with me anymore.
It's your personality, I don't like it.
I don't believe you just said that.
Rosie recently left school and is intending to go to art college, but she refuses to lift a finger around the house.
I go out as much as possible so that I don't have to do anything. And when I do go out, I'm just sort of sit on the grass somewhere with my friends and laze around anyway. We just don't do very much.
If she's asked to do anything around the house, literally anything, Rosie will just refuse to do it, run off to her bedroom, slam the door, turn her music right up, and we're left just scratching our heads.
Since Rosie's dad left, her mum has struggled to raise her alone.
Rosie's dad left when she was 12 months old. He didn't see her for the first 4 years of her life, although I kept phoning him up every week, when you're coming down, when you're coming down.
I used to see my dad quite often, but now I only see him like once a year, and if I don't see him once a year, he'll like post my presents to me for my birthday and Christmas.
She doesn't talk to me about her feelings. I do try and sit with her, but it's always get lost or go away, I hate you, I don't want to speak to you, you will never understand. We don't have this mother and daughter connection anymore, this bond that we used to have. I would like Rosie to, sorry. I think I'd like to have Rosie to love me a bit more.
To try and get their lives back on track, both families have agreed to send their wayward child to live with new parents on the other side of the world.
Say goodbye. Yeah. And let's hope you come back as a different person.
You're right.
Yeah, without the attitude. She needs a wake-up call, really. She needs some discipline. I just hope she realises what sort of teenager she really is.
Have a good time, but remember what you're going for. All right, then. Right. Bye. Yeah.
I'll miss you.
Yeah. Take care. Right. At times, I think Calvin takes things for granted, and I just want him to see a different side of different culture and how they live.
Hello. Wow, you're beautiful. I love your lipstick. Wow. That's rock and roll.
The British teens are heading here, Belize, a former British colony in Central America. Its population of just 300,000 is a cultural melting pot, including descendants of African slaves, Mayan Indians, and European conquistadors. It's also home to the Perez family. There's Dad, Earl, Mum, Rosie, 18-year-old Lucy Jane, Bobby, 16, and 7-year-old Ethan.
We are God-fearing, we demand respect, especially from our kids.
Rosie is a school administrator and believes that children should have total respect for authority.
Sanky! You don't talk when I'm talking. What's the manners?
If I say jump, all you need to ask me how high, and that's me. Just ask me how high. If you give me 2, 3 other words that I didn't ask for, then I think you're overstepping.
Dad, Earl, manages a lumberyard. He ensures his family follow a strict moral code.
I will discipline you in whatever manner I see fit to ensure that you have a bright future.
We are raised on, old-fashioned traditions, and that includes time to time whipping if we're bad.
With 7 children under their belt, Mr. and Mrs. Perez are convinced that every child must work hard to contribute to family life.
When I come home in the evening times, my chores are to clean the house, sweep it, do the laundry, and do my homework, make sure Ethan takes a bath. And I also have to do the cooking in the evening times.
If I don't wash up, then that has to be a big problem, and fold the clothes.
Now that their 4 older children have left home, the Perezes have recently adopted a little boy, Ethan.
Eat your meat, okay? A few months ago, I adopted little Ethan from the children's home. He came in from school with his little torn-up school bag. The bag was very torn up. And I felt sorry for him, and I said to him, do you want to go live with me? And he said, yes, and he was smiling. And that's how it all started.
After 15 hours of travelling, Calvin feels a long way from Nottingham.
It's so rural. It's not like a town, it's like rivers and trees, and I'm not used to that at all. So I'm getting a bit worried now.
The Belizean landscape covers everything from Caribbean beaches to tropical rainforest and jungle. But like half the population, the teens will be staying in the capital city, Belmopan.
I'm a little bit nervous about what the family are going to be like. For the time being, they just need to relax and calm down, because
we're in Belize.
Hello. What do you do?
I'm Calvin.
I'm Calvin. I'm Bob. I'm my wife.
I'm Rosie.
Hi, Rosie. Hi.
Hi, I'm Rosie.
My wife. I'm Jim. Bobby.
I'm Rosie.
Hi, Bobby.
And little Ethan.
Hi, I'm Rosie.
I'm Rosie.
I'm Rosie. What's your name?
Rosie.
Really?
Yeah.
For the next 7 days, Rosie and Calvin will live according to the exact same rules as the Perez children.
That will be your bed, and this is mine. Okay.
You'll be sharing this room with LJ.
Okay.
I really like your kitchen.
You like it?
It's very nice.
Thank you. How old are you?
I'm 16.
And you?
16.
16? Oh, same age as Bobby.
Bobby,
LJ is 18.
How old is?
7.
You adopted son.
Oh, I'm adopted too.
You adopted?
Yeah.
Yes? We just adopted.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
You're lucky. I just hope you achieve your objective and you get to see a part of a third world country life, culture. Nothing comes easy. Hard work, son. Wait until you go to the farm.
You have a farm?
Yeah, I have a farm.
I don't like animals.
You don't like animals?
Do you have to work on the farm?
Yeah. Don't be scared.
I don't want to be horrible, but I don't like it. It's so different. I'm not used to this at all. I'm scared.
They seem like really nice people, and it's just such a together family. Like, their daughter's 18 and she's still living at home. It's like amazing.
Calvin and Rosie, waiting on you guys.
Before they fully welcome the teenagers into their home, Mr. and Mrs. Perez want to make their expectations absolutely clear.
We have rules. No smoking.
I smoke, and so does she.
We don't do smoking here. Period.
I will smoke if I want to. I'll go outside and do it.
You're not doing a wrong here. You have a long way to go. Everyone in the house is supposed to be up in the morning by 6:30.
6:30 is too early. I've never had rules.
Everybody is supposed to work for the earning, for the food, in this townhouse and on the farm. Very important. Children are not allowed to hang out on the street.
There are times where you just need to get away. You just need some space, and if that's on the street, then I'll go.
Okay,
Like,
let's look at it. We've been experiencing a lot of problem here in Belize with our youths. They've been after drugs, they've been alcohol, cigarette. They don't like to go to church. They just want to do what they feel like doing.
That's me.
And we would like to. We would like to see our kids not be one of them.
Okay.
I'm keeping my cigarettes on me at all times. She tries and touches them, I'll actually smack her.
I'm definitely keeping my cigarettes. Are you crazy? She's going to take them and destroy them. I'll destroy her.
We dealt with wild horses, so we have them eating out of our hands in a short period of time, so there's no reason why we can't break them.
In the Perez household, the kids are expected to cook the evening meal.
You want to help LJ prepare something for us to eat and yourselves? Okay?
Okay.
Let's go, guys.
Bye.
Calvin, as soon as the girls are ready, you'll be coming along to help as well.
But straight away, Rosie is showing her disapproval of Perez family values.
It's just some of these rules also I just don't approve at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just stupid though.
Yeah, those are rules. No, it's not stupid because I make my kids them to be very, very strong.
Why can't I...
So you can't call my rules stupid because they are not stupid. Well, I raised 6 kids and I adopted a little boy. And I intend for him for those rules to carry and make him strong as well.
That's your family though.
But you're my family now, Rosie.
I'm not.
You're here with me for 7 days. You're my family.
Their defiance, it was pretty shocking. It was the first time I saw my mom, being disrespected like that.
If I would do that to any adult in Belize, I would get slapped. My mom will have something in store for them that probably they won't like.
You getting there, Calvin?
The teens have been in Belize for just 4 hours and are already feeling the strain.
I feel like I've done so much work already. My mum would have asked me to do this at home, I would have point blank said no.
Calvin and Rosie. Come on, guys. Mama hungry now. I'm getting hungry. You're moving too slow. I'm hungry.
It's 6:30 a.m., the Perez family's regular wake-up time. Mr. and Mrs. Perez expect all their children to work for their keep at the family farm. Rosie and Calvin are no exception.
Getting the kids to help me on the farm, I'm hoping that this will teach them a sense of responsibility. I have my workshop that I do furniture. I need to put in some windows to have the place secured, and they're going to help me with that today.
They will get some benefit from it, a sense of achievement, pride in it. I want them to be proud of whatsoever they do.
The family's farm is an hour's drive from their townhouse. Its 51 acres are home to horses, pigs, and 30 head of cattle. But at a rest stop en route, the kids get the day off to a bad start.
You're smoking and she's coming around the corner.
Is she coming?
Yeah.
Rosie and Calvin, what's up? Can I have that much? Can I have a cigarette as well?
I don't have any cigarette.
Yeah, you do. What do you have in your hands there?
A lighter.
Ah. So what's this?
I'm sorry, but I don't really care. I'm not. I don't care what you say right now.
And I have the lighter, Rosie.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I want the lighter. Yes,
Well,
yes.
you're not having it. It's my lighter.
I want it.
Well, I'm not giving it to you.
I want the lighter,
No.
Rosie.
No. Okay?
Okay. When we get home, we'll see. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Fucking bitch. Who does she think she is?
A mother, apparently.
On arrival, Mrs. Perez wastes no time in dishing out her punishment for the teens' defiant behaviour.
We're not going in there, are we? Are we going in there? I'm not going in there.
Calvin and Rosie will be mucking out the pig pen, but to reach it, they must first navigate a way through a field of cows.
Let's go, Calvin. Let's go, Calvin.
No!
They're not coming back. They're not coming back. They're eating.
God.
Count to 5. 1.
Can I do another job?
No. That's what you get for smoking. I'm not adhering to my rules. I don't want you to run, Calvin, because there's
pigs.
Lots of work, dedication, and that's how you become successful businessmen and women.
The teens have to hose out the pig poo from the pens, but it's proving too much for Calvin.
I don't want to.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Just hold the hose and throw the water in there, Calvin. Let's go.
Hold it by the stick.
Yeah,
There's a hole in there.
10 minutes and have gone. 10 minutes have gone.
With the punishment complete, Mr. Perez outlines the construction project he has planned for the week ahead.
Okay, Rosie and Calvin, we need to put on some windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows. See, we do one over there already. 6, similar to the one way in the far corner. How you feel about it?
I'll just do anything, just so I can get to bed sooner.
I don't want to do it, but I can't be bothered to argue. I'm too tired. I'm terrified about having to complete all these windows. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I guess I'll just like hide and slack off and smoke and stuff.
With help from some neighbours, Rosie will prepare the wood and Calvin will construct the windows.
Sit down.
Huh? Come on, we need some help over here.
I'm tired. I really need to lie down and sit down or something.
You're tired? You just got out here. Tired already, that 5 minutes? Oh, you'll have the energy. Right now, it's your mind. You can do anything if you want to do it. It's your mind that's killing you right now. You got to stay there and stay pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. You know.
The first day at the farm has not gone well for Calvin.
I hate the farm. I don't know how you do it. Do you enjoy it?
No, not all the time, of course.
Yeah. Why do you do it then? Why don't you just say that you don't want to do it?
Because in the end, I want to see it done. I want to see what we have created. A lot of the things we have here, we had to do it in order to have what we have. So it's like, if you want something, you have to do it yourself.
Or get someone else to do it.
Well, you see, getting someone else to do it, you have to pay them.
Yeah.
It's day 3. The barn is taking shape, but Calvin's still refusing to help.
I think you should get up and help the kids. Can't you take a hammer and a
I've already
nail?
tried it and I can't do it.
You can't do it?
No.
Calvin, you got to keep telling yourself you can't. Not saying I can't. That will break you. That will bring you down. Say I can for a change. Tell me that you can.
I can't.
No, Calvin.
Rosie's been moved on to general farm chores, and is surprised to find work can be rewarding.
In my household, I don't really do anything at all. I'm not proud of anything that I've done because I don't. Every time I'm asked to do something, I sort of wiggle my way out of it. I just can't be bothered to do things.
I do whatever they want. Because whenever I need or want something, they'll be the first person to tell me that they will. Not be at the same exact minute, but eventually they will.
But for Calvin, the concept of working for his keep is not to his liking.
You know what, Calvin? I get enough of this shit. I get enough of this shit. I shouldn't be finding you all the time lying in bed. Look at all the... No. That's not an excuse. I am out there.
Yeah, but
the boys are out there. Bobby's out there.
Yeah, but they're used to it. I'm not.
No, but how come you need to get used to it as well? Make a little... I'm getting a little embarrassed. All the boys, they're out there working while you're coming in here and be resting like a little girl. Come on.
Well, whatever. Nothing has been good living here. I hate every second of it, especially Mrs. Perez. She orders me about a lot, and she's a bitch. She's an actual bitch. I hate her so much. Like, the way she calls my name, it's always
Calvin all the time. Come, Calvin. Let's finish up.
Well, I don't want to. Well, I don't want to.
Well, you have to because we got to finish the project.
Do I have to, though?
Yes, you have to.
No, it's my choice if I have to. It's not your choice, and I don't want to. So therefore, I'm not going to.
I don't know where you're going. Because the houses are locked up.
A cigarette.
Where's the cigarette? Give me the cigarette, Calvin.
No, you're not having the cigarette.
Give me the cigarette. I need a cigarette, Calvin. Calvin.
Oh my God.
I need a cigarette, Calvin. Calvin, I need a cigarette.
I'll run away from it.
Can I get yours, Rosie? You have cigarette as well?
Yeah, but I'm not giving them to you.
Why not?
Because I bought them with my money. They're from.
You will get them back as soon as you're ready to leave.
No, I'm not giving you my cigarettes.
I need your cigarette.
What don't you understand about no?
No. You don't need them.
No.
You don't need them, Rosie.
I don't care.
You don't need them here.
I don't care.
Well, you don't take your cigarette in my house. Period. That cigarette, stay outside.
Fair enough.
The teens' blatant lack of respect has offended everything that the Perez family hold dear.
Maybe they will learn something and maybe they'll change a little, but I don't think they're gonna change as much as we all hope they would.
I still have a couple more days to work with them, on them. One little baby step is worth a try.
Determined that the British teens understand the impact that they've had on her family, Mrs. Perez summons them for a talking to.
Rosie and Calvin, you have torn deep in the heart of my kids and myself. I have never, ever have kids talk to me like that before. Never, ever yet. In my whole entire life, including teaching for 29 years. You owe my children an apology.
I will apologise to your children, but I'm certainly not apologising to you because not only did I speak with you with disrespect, you spoke to me with disrespect.
All I wanted was for you to get on with your work and get something done, and you can see this is my work, I have done something. That's all I wanted you to do. I have been there, done that, and know how to do all those stuff. I am quite above this. I've raised 6 kids, and I never one day I had to confront my kids with this.
I'll apologise to your kids, but I'm not apologising to you.
It won't work.
I'm very sorry that I shouted at your mum like that. You've got to understand that we're not used to this at all. We're sheltered, we're lousy at working. You know, that's us.
I'm just not used to this. I'm sorry.
At all.
I am sorry that I had to go at your mum.
It is sad to see my mom, that the person that I love so much, to be treated like that. If I would go to your house and your mom would ask me to do the most ridiculous thing in the world, I would do it with the biggest smile on my face and say, all right, even if I don't like it, even if it's out of the way, I would do it for her because I respect her not only for myself, but for you, because I respect you. And I didn't like it at all.
Do you accept our apologies then?
I accept your apology.
No, accept.
I'm sorry.
I'm quite upset, actually. I have underestimated the difference between the Belizean culture and the English culture is a lot different. I mean, her kids would never, ever talk to her like that, but I'm sorry. Overstepping the mark is just being pathetic. Fair enough, her kids wouldn't talk to her like that and stuff like that, but it's like, what is the big deal?
Mrs. Perez never makes a threat she's not prepared to carry out. She's decided that unless the teens give up their cigarettes, they're not welcome under her roof and can sleep outside.
Children are supposed to know their boundaries. If we, the adult, don't teach them, lead them, then they would never, ever learn their boundaries. It's either them or me. And this is my turf.
I know it was hot and you were stressed out, but it was just no need to have a tantrum like that and run away. She's giving us a roof over our head, and she's feeding us with her food. I know it's her choice, but she's feeding us and stuff, you know? She's looking after us while we're here. She doesn't have to. Like, tonight she's going to make us sleep outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll apologise. It's hard, isn't it?
It'll all be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Rosie and Calvin, come here.
Yeah, we're coming.
This is where you'll be sleeping. Calvin and Rosie.
We're going to give them over.
Huh?
We're going to give them over. We give up.
You give up?
We give up, yes.
What?
We give up. We're sorry. We're going to give you the cigarettes now. Come go inside.
Boy, come on. This was fun. I was...
No, it's not. Do the honours, Rosie.
You giving it up? I honestly wanted you guys to sleep out here so you could teach you respect for your elders. Okay?
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, Rosie. Okay, Calvin. I brought these out, and I will not take them back in.
Okay,
so it's only right that you pick them up and take them. This was on your bed.
I'm scared to walk through the grass.
Grateful to be back inside, Calvin is making more of an effort.
And here is your burger. I feel quite sorry. The fact that I spoke to her with such disrespect. I'm definitely becoming aware of how me being selfish affects others. I guess I should have thought about it at the time, but obviously I was too caught up in my own problems.
Mrs. Perez believes Rosie and Calvin have no concept of how comfortable their lives are back in England. She wants them to appreciate what it's like to grow up in the developing world.
Today, we're going to my village, where I grew up, Calvin. It's very important that I take you there to see where I am. It all started. It molds me into the person that I am today. Strong, determined, appreciative, respectful of what I now have.
Rural life in Belize is tough. Most families are only able to grow enough food to feed their nearest and dearest.
My dad was a farmer. If the weather is good, then we'll get food. If the weather is bad, then we just have to do with what we have. At times, my parents had to take us out of the school to go and do the planting of the corn and the rice. If we didn't do it, we wouldn't get food. So it's a matter of doing it for survival.
After a 20-minute drive, they arrive at Mrs. Perez's uncle's house, a place where she spent much of her youth.
Morning!
The Perez's extended family have always pulled together in times of hardship.
in the village here, there is no running water. We have to get water either by buying a pump now, or we're getting it from the river. And that river come all the way from Guatemala.
Yes.
So it's whatsoever Guatemala chose in their river up yonder, we drinks it down here.
I couldn't imagine living without running water.
Yes. I old, you know, I'm 81 years. And I live right here, Fana. Here we have flood here. Big flood. This house here, water was right up here.
How did you cope in the flood?
We have to fall and sleep on tree until the flood.
Really?
Meeting Mrs. Perez's family is having a humbling effect on Calvin.
There's nothing out here at all. And the fact that you've got 2 homes, a big farm, you love your children are successful, and it's hard to get my head around how you did it all when there's nothing.
As the kids prepare the evening meal, the British teens are finally starting to feel part of the family.
Chef Calvin, I think he's done.
Bobby! Helge! Ethan! Calvin! Come here!
That's what she does.
Before Belizeans can graduate high school, it's mandatory for them to carry out volunteer work. Mrs. Perez is sending Rosie and Calvin to a children's home to offer their services.
It's a great opportunity for them to reflect on their lives. They have a lot of love. The parents give them a lot of love, and they're not responding to their parents. I'm hoping this is an opportunity for them to give some love.
Delphina Mitchell is the director of the charity-funded Liberty Children's Home and surrogate mum to 41 children.
Good morning. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Calvin.
Hi, I'm Rosie.
Oh, you're cute, Rosie. Hi.
These are my 2 kids. They're yours.
Okay, well, thank you, and I'll see you this afternoon. Well, welcome to Liberty, Calvin and Rosie.
What backgrounds do most of the kids come from?
Most of them that are here, they're here because they've been neglected, abandoned, physically abused, and some of them sexually abused. They can be a handful sometimes. They require a lot of attention. They like attention. Because I understand this is to be a learning experience for you guys. What I expect at the end of the day tomorrow, that you guys could kind of give me a report back on how your time was spent. Okay? So let's go on over and meet your baby.
Rosie's job is to look after the youngest child in the dormitory, who is just 18 months old.
This is Ms. Tashira. Ms. Tashira, this is Rosie, and Rosie is our volunteer. Hello, Leah. Hello. Hi. This is Miss Rosie. You want to say hi to Rosie?
I don't know if she liked me.
Well, she gotta get used to you.
You say hi?
No problem.
Oh, she's heavy.
How does it feel that she have her arms on you?
It's strange, you know. I'm not used to comforting.
Sensitiveness in your heart could try make you learn to want to be with them more, or even want to figure out what about them, you know. So, I mean, right here, this is the first start.
What's your name?
Shannon.
And you are?
After spending just a few hours with the kids, Calvin reflects on how different his life could have been had his mum not permanently adopted him so young.
The kids are so amazing. I just wish that they had parents to just give the love to.
Have you always known you've been adopted?
Always. I've always known that I'm adopted. My mum's never hidden it from me.
How do you get along with your mom?
I just don't feel a bond with her.
You don't?
I don't want to think that it's because she's not my birth mother, but at times I do think it's because of that.
Do you have fantasies about your birth parents? What they would
Yeah.
look like, how they would be, if they're looking for you too?
Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely do. Like, I think about like what they look like and like how they talk and how tall they are and if they look like me.
Do you have any resentment? Do you maybe feel that maybe you were not wanted and so you feel maybe something was wrong with you that you were not wanted?
Yeah, at times I think it's my fault, but...
What do you think you could have done to make it your fault why they gave you up for adoption?
Maybe I was a horrible kid. Like, maybe I wouldn't stop crying or something. Maybe I made it that my mum couldn't cope, or...
I think that a lot of time, the parents, they do that when they realize that they don't have the maturity or the economic finances to take care of their child.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it's an act of love when they do decide that I cannot do this for the child and it's best if I place them with someone that can take better care than I can.
Yeah. I suppose I never thought of it like that, that maybe it was out of love that I was giving up.
And you must know that you're a very special person because your mom, she went looking for you. She picked you to take care of and to love. I would wish for you, Calvin, to find some way back to her. If you just keep things bottled inside you, nothing will ever come of it but destructive behavior and anger. So you need to find a way to be able to communicate and get those feelings out, to talk to your mom and let her understand. I'm sure she would understand a lot more than you give her credit for.
Yeah. Thanks.
Can I get a hug?
Yeah.
In the girls' dormitory, Rosie is stepping up to her new responsibilities.
You are lucky in that you have your parents still around. Some of these kids that you've talked to, you know, that wish that they could be with their parents and they can't be.
That's what being here has taught me, is I'm lucky to have family. Being around all these children and stuff, it's taught me like to open up my heart a little bit more. You've got to give a lot of love to these children, a lot of love. But I've got love at home, but I've been rejecting it. I think I should really try and accept the love that's given to me and give it back.
With her own mum on her mind, Rosie's curious about how LJ keeps such a close bond with Mrs. Perez, despite the strict rules.
My mom, she never allowed any of my sisters to date. You know, I've been dating ever since I was 17. And it was always 19 it would start, and she would allow it. And so, me starting that young, she had to set a rule. So that was the rule, that Bobby had to go with me everywhere.
I can't believe that your younger brother has to chaperone you. With your boyfriend, it's like he's younger than you and you're 18 years old, it's just a bit...
It kind of created trust between my mom and me, because if there wasn't that rule, then maybe she would be nagging me a lot.
So, LJ, are you still a virgin or not?
I'm not.
When did you have sex? At what age?
I was 18.
Does your mum know about that?
Yes, she does. I told her.
Is that why she makes Bobby come with you now?
No, she made Bobby. She has been doing that for a while. I just have a relationship with my mom that I felt like I had to tell her.
It's just nice to see a close family. I love LJ. She's like always cooking and stuff. I think Mr. and Mrs. Perez have set their kids up very well for making it in the world. They know what they're doing, what it's all about. It's nice.
With a newfound respect for their family philosophy, Rosie is ready to open up to Mrs. Perez.
My mum and dad were never married. I used to see him about once every fortnight, but now I hardly ever see him. He spends like all of his money on alcohol and stuff. I've always tried to be close to him. but I've never quite got there.
So you feel your feeling towards him is rejection.
That when I was about 9 or something, or so, he got really, really drunk and left me. No, he collapsed in a field and left me to walk back to the pub that we were at and get the bar staff to come and wake him up. And my mum was on holiday at the time, so she couldn't come and get me, so my nan had to come and get me. But yeah, I was quite scared. There's been loads of incidents like that. I'm very hurt by what my dad does. And I guess I take it on my mum, yeah.
Who takes care of you after your dad has abandoned you for that short period of time?
My mum.
Your mom. She's not turning her back on you. Don't let your problem that you have with your dad, you shove it in your mom's corner. Keep the love burning within you and your mom.
Okay. It's gonna be hard for me to let go of the past because I've held on to it for so long. But if we take little steps at a time, I think eventually we'll get there.
Calvin's experience at the children's home has set him thinking about the Perez's adopted child, Ethan.
No, Ethan!
No, Ethan!
Where did you used to live before the Perez's?
Right at the home.
At the home? Did you like it? No. Why didn't you like it?
Because they like fights. You break up your toy.
They break your toys?
I have guns.
They have guns? Is it scary? I can see me and him. He still knows that he lived in a home and he knows how hard it was and stuff. I'm glad I made it out. I'm glad I was adopted because I could be in a home somewhere.
The teens have been in Belize for almost a week. Tonight, Calvin has his first contact from home.
Here I have a letter from my mum. Hi, Calvin. The decision to send you on this trip was very difficult because what has been more difficult for me to deal with is that in the days that you have been away, I've felt more relaxed. I have not come home to be faced by an angry teenager who wants everything done for him after spending the whole day in bed. Demanding money, food and lifts to places is what you do best. I don't recall you ever asking me if I wanted a cup of tea. I do hope that this experience will help you to be calmer and more considerate. I want you to realise your potential and rise to the stars, Calvin, because I know you can do it. Without your own efforts, this will not happen. We cannot fulfil your dream for you, but we can support you in reaching them, as we always have done. I love you, Mum. I've had everything handed to me on a silver platter, and the times that my mum's told me about when they were younger, how they used to survive, like, on nothing. Like, after my sisters finished eating dinner, then she would eat, and she would just eat the leftovers. She would have no food for herself. Like, and I think because I've had everything so easy and I've just treated her so badly, it's bad. I just wish that I could say sorry.
It's the final day of the teens' voluntary assignments at the kids' home.
You do it too. Give me your hands.
Delphina's pleased that Rosie has started to open up about her troubled childhood, but wants to keep her focused on her behaviour at home.
I'm constantly arguing with my mum about petty things. Like, I want to annoy her constantly. I want to make her angry. I want to argue with her.
It's good that you recognize that what your action, that you're really trying to get some emotions out of her.
I've got a very short temper. So I get very frustrated quite quickly.
What do you want for Rosie? Say 5 years from now.
To fix my family. To have a job that's stable.
And you say you want to fix your family, but how can you fix your family with all that anger in you?
I guess I can let it out somehow.
That would be a start. Because if you continue like this, like you are, with all that repressed anger and being short-tempered, disrespectful of authority and all that, you're not going to have a very fulfilled life. You're going to have lots of problems, lots of issues, and lots of heartache. And you're a young, beautiful girl. You deserve to be happy, and you deserve to have a full life, a full, happy life. You deserve that, Rosie. You can make your future better than your past, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
It's the end of their time at the children's home, and both teens are expected to give a short talk about their experiences. Delphina has invited the Perez family to come and watch.
And Rosie, can you tell us what you've gotten out of being at Liberty these 2 days?
Liberty has helped me open up my heart and feelings and wanting to care for other people.
And one of your chores here while you were here was to work with Leah?
Yeah.
How was that for you?
First, I didn't like the responsibility of looking after somebody else, but then I learned that she's a very special child, and she made me think about a lot of things. I feel responsible now.
What was the most important thing that you learned here?
Everybody needs a mother.
I need you guys to be really quiet and listen to what Calvin has to say, okay?
Coming here to the children's home has opened my eyes to a lot of things. I'm adopted, and I've been adopted since I was very young. I have a very privileged, happy life, and seeing the children's home, that could have been me. I could have been in the children's home, I could have been fostered. But I guess I've never thanked my mum, or I've never thanked anyone. I've never thought about it. It makes me feel bad for taking it for granted. Thank you for listening.
Proud of you guys.
Thank you so much.
Have fun, man.
It's sad.
Thank you.
I wish you the best.
I wish you the best as well. I hope you get everything done here.
Okay. Be happy.
I will.
Bottom first.
Back on the farm, and Calvin is finally embracing the Perez's hard work ethic. He's finishing the windows for Mr. Perez's workshop.
Ow!
England, here I come! Yeah, again!
England, here I come!
I can!
I can!
I can!
I can!
You deserve it.
Try not to hammer your fingers anymore, but you did good.
Good job, Calvin.
Look at that hand. He's waiting on me. I tell you, you can be strong when you want to. There's a lot of good in you. Keep trying.
Well, not that one. That one's horrible. That was disgusting. No.
Just have your hand, take 1 foot. Over.
Yeah. That's man, you're riding a horse, man. No, don't make it go.
Wait. That's all they have there.
Wipe a fall and die.
I think Calvin has started to have respect for authority. He was doing it, and without no argument, say, I am tired. He didn't say that. He just did it.
It makes me feel a lot better about myself. Like, I felt I was glowing inside when I saw like the window going up and I saw that I'd had a part in it. That window is going to be a part of this farm for a very long time, and I just want her to remember me by it.
Bye, Rosie. We're gonna miss you, baby. Take care. Show mommy a lot of love when you get there. You can do it. Bye, Calvin.
The time has come for the teens to leave Belize and return to their own families back home.
But you have a mom already at home. Love her.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna miss them.
They're an amazing family, amazing. I admire them a lot.
I think Mr. and Mrs. Perez are very good parents because they're firm but fair. They know when to have a joke, but they also know when they have to be tough.
I've seen both of them change. Calvin, he has done a lot for himself. I'm getting ready to miss them.
Hi, Mum. Hiya. Oh, wow, look at that. Missed you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
I love you. Oh, I missed you too, darling.
I'm sorry, Mum, for being so horrible. Such a horrible little brat.
You're gonna make life easier on both of us?
I'll help out a lot more.
Yes. Oh, that'd be really nice.
Dad has just really annoyed me, not giving me attention, and he's always cared about his drink more than me.
Yeah, I'm sorry that that's happened.
I guess I've been taking it out on you as well as other things, but...
Well, I'm really surprised, actually. I'm surprised, yeah. Oh, it'd be lovely if we could just, be mother and daughter again, really.
She definitely looks like she's grown up in a week's time. There's a phenomenal change. If she just keeps this together, we're all going to be happy.
Hello, Mom. I love your hair. I'm sorry for everything that I've done. Like, this experience made me realise the things you asked me to do are nothing compared to the things that other people do. Throughout my whole childhood, I've been treated as a special one, and I've been handed everything on the silver platter. I did used to take advantage of it. I just want to apologise. I feel grateful for all the things that I've got. I love you. I love you too, Calvin, and I hope you appreciate that. Very happy to have Calvin home. It's been great. I've really missed him, little scallywag. I think he's enjoyed and appreciated what he's seen out there, and coming back home, he's really happy to be back home.